Hello and welcome back to Music with Mascots. I seem to have a hummingbird mascot here. The cat is not here, which is probably a good thing. She might go for the bird. She's a pretty good mouser. She occasionally brings us a live one because she thinks that we need the live nourishment. We like it fresh. She doesn't kill them. She just plays with them a little bit, then turns them over to us or the dogs. Anyway, this is the new HumminGuru cleaner. This is not an ultrasonic cleaner. This is meant to be direct competition with the Spin Clean record washing system, which has been around for 10,000 years, which is about 9,900 years more than records have been around. So the Spin Clean was invented before the record. Hard to imagine, but these guys were really on the ball. HumminGuru is late to the game because they started out, believe it or not, with the ultrasonic cleaners. They started out with the more expensive, but are we saying more efficient? Perhaps more efficient cleaner. But whole different genre. Now, just so that you know, as a disclaimer, HumminGuru did not send this to me. They did not give it to me. Amazon sent it to me when I paid them money for it. So this is out of my own pocket, and I did it for the point of comparison and to see how it's going to stand up to the Spin Clean, the Vinyl Clean, and the Studebaker thing I've got up there that I have done videos on. And we're going to see. Let's see. I got a little tiny screwdriver here that I'm going to pop the tape with. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Open the box, and we have a box. HumminGuru EZ Vinyl Record Washer. So, right out of the box, we have a longer name than the Spin Clean. 2020 original. Authentic design. 2020. Designed for ease. So this is about a 6-year-old product, and I hadn't known about it until I saw someone reviewing one that HumminGuru sent them. HumminGuru, you didn't send me this. I bought it. So I hope it's worthwhile. We're going to find out. Now, as you guys know, I use the Vivor ultrasonic machine and batch clean a lot of records at the same time. And I use this type of a cleaner for the ones that are really messed up. Now, we have lots of styrofoam coming out of the box. And there's stuff falling out of the box. Ooh, the whole thing comes out like this. All right, so now we have an empty box with a display full of instructions on that side and instructions on this side. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 steps. We have a little eyeglass cleaning cloth. How did they know my eyeglasses needed cleaning? I don't know. We have a little drying cloth. Really? Only one? I got a package with 50 behind me over here. They give you one. That's okay. We have the HumminGuru EZ Washer Fluid. Exclusive eco-friendly formula for use only with the HumminGuru EZ Record Washer. So you can't use this with the spin clean. It'll probably ruin your records if you use this in the spin clean. And God forbid you use this in the Vivor Ultrasonic. Oh my God, it will probably blow up. Alcohol free, so it's not going to mix well with other, alcoholic beverages. All right. So right off the bat, we have a little card in here. 100% natural goat hair brushes. Now, did the goats volunteer the goat hair? Now, I used to raise dairy goats, and they don't volunteer for much of anything. I think that if they're plucking their hairs, you're going to have to chase them around the yard first. So, 100% natural goat hair brushes. After use, rinse the brushes under lukewarm or cool water. Shake off excess water and dry them in a shaded, well-ventilated area. Does shaded imply that they're outside in the shade? Do not use hot water as it can damage the bristles, and do not expose the brushes to direct sunlight. Prolonged sudden exposure can degrade the brush fibers, and I'm sure you can buy replacement brushes. Ooh, this thing just lifts out. This has little bits of white plastic everywhere. Okay. Unboxing fun. Keep away from your children and pets. It doesn't say that. It says babies and children, but I have pets to keep it away from. This plastic bag is not a toy. Okay. Step 1. Remove the rack from the washer base. My thumb got stuck. Okay, I did that. Assemble it by placing the 16 HumminGuru birds into the tubes and inserting them into the tube holder. I assume I got those somewhere here. Aha! We have tubes. There are 16 tubes, and there are little hummingbirds. Okay, so these are going to be easily lost, and certain mascots are going to find these fun to play with. And if I drop them on the floor and there's a mascot around, you know it's going to be doing that. So, these are very soft rubber, so it looks like the little pointy beak of the hummingbird could do damage to your records, but they're very soft, so it won't. There we go. Step 1 is complete. Remove plastic waste. Plastic waste. Yucky, yucky, yucky. And I do have a few other little pieces that we gave me here. Let's account for that. Okay. Step 2. Step 2. Locate the lock under the clamp and slide it left to release the clamp. It is slid left already. Lift it straight out from the washer body. I've already done that. Install the rotating handle onto the clamp top using a Phillips screwdriver, and finally snap the cap into place. Ooh. can see me screwing around. Goes right there nicely, and that spins beautifully. That goes on there very nicely. Very smooth movement. Okay. Knocked over my little note about goat hair brushes. To disassemble the clamp, place it on a flat surface with the HumminGuru logo facing face upward. Then press the release button to separate the base from the top. Flat surface, kind of. Lo and behold, works very nicely. Okay. Insert the record's center hole into the spindle of the clamp base, then position the clamp top and press straight down until it clicks securely. All right, well, so I got to get a record now. Goes on the spindle. Before I put water in it, goat hair brushes. Very nice, very nice. Wonder what the goat's name was. For the purposes of today's demonstration. Put that there. I have a recently purchased double album of An Evening with Herbie Hancock and Chick Corea, both of which require more loving kindness than they got from the Vivor machine. So they have handprints, fingerprints, and stuff like that on them. So let's see what we do. Now, I have not put any water or anything in this machine yet. I'm following the directions line for line. So, this one's not too bad. It's got some yucky stuff on it. So we put that on the spindle. And then, just like you would expect, it says you put this on top. And it snaps into place. Makes sense. Okay. There we go. Insert the record's center hole into the spindle of the clamp, then position the clamp top and press straight down until it clicks securely. For cleaning 7-inch 45 RPMs that have a 38mm center hole, place the 7-inch record adapter. There's where that stupid little... That's where this comes in. Okay. Don't lose it if you have 45s. I have a few, not many. I have about as many 78s too. Fill the washer basin with distilled water up to the max fill line. Add 2 capfuls of the Easy Washer fluid. 1 tank of solution can clean 10 to 20 vinyl records. Now, because a lot of times I will have put this through the Vivor, the records might have been cleaned already, so maybe it can clean more. I don't know. I'll see, judge by the condition of the water. Now, so let's get distilled water. The max fill line is on the side here. Has the marking on both sides, so I can see it from both sides. Will. All right, so let's do 2 capfuls. Stick with the precise directions that we have. One, 2, buckle my shoe. We take this, set it down in between the goat hair brushes, put it in, we lock it. Insert the clamp from step 4 into the washer basin. Slide the lock right to secure it in place, which I did. You saw me go click. Firmly hold the washer body in one hand with the other. Turn the rotating handle. Rotate the vinyl record 12 times clockwise and 12 times counterclockwise. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I might keep going. This is pretty easy. Let's go back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I know, I'm doing extra. Okay, unpop that. Lift this out. Let it drip a little bit. Pop that out. Take it off. Take the record off. Set it here. Let the water run down and drip. And for the purposes of following through, we're going to go, whoops. And for the purposes of today's demonstration, we're going to go ahead and do the second record. This one is a little dirtier than the first, which is probably, this is the one why I wanted a second washing on this. Now we're going to see how easy it snaps right in. Snaps right in. Oh, this little table that I have is not the most solid thing in the world. So I do like the fact that it's got the rubber here that protects the label. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do 6 more. I'll do 6 more, see how long it takes me to do this. So, like I said, these have all been through the Vevor machine already, so they're relatively clean. They have some residual handprints and stuff like that on them. So I'm going to go ahead and just put these through the system, and then I'll give you a little review of how this compares to the others that I've got. I can tell you right now it's going to compare favorably. there we go. For right now, I'm going to put this back on here. I still have washer fluid in there. I can do a lot more than just the 8 records that we've got on here. So let me put this. I can store this like this with the water in it for right now. Give you my final thoughts, which has to include the drying mechanism, which is not the greatest in the world, but it's very similar to some of these other devices that come with a drying mechanism that will store underneath. Okay. All right, you see one of my speakers, homemade speaker in the background. So how does this stack up? Yeah, the spin clean. Let's talk about the brushes versus the spin clean pads. So these are goat hair brushes from a different device. These are the pads from the spin clean. Now the spin clean basically holds this like this, and you spin it with your hand. And these put a lot of pressure on it, on the record. So it takes a lot to spin that record through these. And you definitely get a feeling that you're cleaning hardcore a record. With the HumminGuru, you're spinning this little device, and it's going through a pair of brushes that are similar to these, not quite the same. And the record goes through this. And is it as hard a clean as the pads for the spin clean? No. Is it good enough? Probably, especially, if you're doing what I do, which is a double cleaning. You're using the Vivor ultrasonic machine first, and then you're using this as a second. If you're using this as a solo cleaning device, is this going to do a decent job? Absolutely. Will I still have a place for my spin clean? Yeah, I will. I'm going to keep it for some of those records that are just super, super nasty. But I will be using this a lot more. So my spin clean has been displaced today. This HumminGuru device is superior in a couple of ways. The main way that it is superior is this little mechanism right here. It makes it easier to spin the record around. You're not using your hands because of the way that the mechanism pops in and pops out. And you attach your record, put it in like that. It's so much easier and so much faster to clean a record. You're saving a lot of time. And you know what they say, time is money. Is it really? To a certain extent, yeah, it is. I mean, I batch clean a lot of records through the Vivor, and let's say I clean 100 records and I have 15 that need to go through another cycle here. If I have one after that needs to go through a secondary cycle, Beyond this, it's a lot. I imagine most of them, it'll be very rare that I have to go through another cycle. Usually, if there's gunk or something on a record, and I have run into that before, what I end up doing is putting it through an extra cycle or two on the Vivor with a slightly higher temperature to get that gunk off. And I would not want to put anything that's gunky through this. And when I do that with the Vivor, I make sure that's my last cycle with that fluid so that it's not anything I'm going to be running more records through and recontaminating records. The drying rack. This drying rack is what it is. It's meant to sit underneath the machine for storage, and basically it sucks. I mean, it'll dry 8 records, but it catches fluid underneath. And right now, for example, the bottoms of these records are sitting in water. They're sitting in the fluid that I just cleaned them in. Now, what I can do is I can take a paper towel or a cloth of some sort and suck that water up and dry it out. That's just weak design. I mean, they could take these little pieces down here that the records sit on and make them a little bit taller, and the records would be sitting out of that water. The Vivor racks, you can buy these separately. So let me show you the Vivor racks for those that haven't seen it. And I just did a bunch of records. I just did a batch last night that I'm going to be putting in fresh new sleeves in a few minutes. But if you're cleaning a bunch of records, this rack is a lot better. It holds the records up off, and what I do is I use a microfiber cloth and put it underneath this rack. And this holds it up, and they drip down onto the microfiber cloth, and the microfiber cloth holds the moisture up, and they dry much more efficiently. And I usually, I've got 2 of these, and I do a bunch of records at the same time. I let them dry overnight in the rack, and I put them the next day in sleeves. My favorite sleeves right now are these from Turntable Labs. I just, these are a little heavier duty than most, and I like the blue paper, the blue rice paper, and it's a little stiffer, and you can buy, I think, different stiffnesses of these, and these are the ones that I like the best right now. So, that's where I go. I have a new toy, guys, and it is the HumminGuru. HumminGuru. So if you're going to use this with any kind of number of records, you can do 8 at a time like that. And if you've got a small record collection that you're going to be cleaning from time to time, this drying rack is fine. If you're going to be doing any kind of a number of records, you can pick up this drying rack online. It's the Vivor record drying rack, and you can buy it separately from the Vivor machine, I think for $20. And it's worth it if you're doing any kind of volume record cleaning. And you can just rack them up, put a cloth of some sort underneath to absorb the water, and you're good to go. And like I said, I've got 2 of these. I did a batch yesterday. I filled up both racks and walked away overnight, and today I'm going to be sleeving them in new sleeves. So there you go. So today I have displaced the Milty and I have displaced the Spin Clean. 2 videos. Progress is being made in the world of vinyl. Right? If you've enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe. You guys know the routine by now. You know my closing statement. We live in this world together. Treat each other with kindness. Love each other. And listen to music. And what you love, you love. What I love, I love. And it's all going to be different, but it's all music. And enjoy it. Thanks for watching. And you're going to find another video to listen to up here. Maybe something over here. Maybe like a subscribe button down there. Maybe there's another video over here. I don't know. Maybe it's going to show up over here. End screens are something that I'm discovering how to use right now. So, as you see, David Bowie. This is a different version of the Aladdin Sane cover. Got this from the David Bowie website. No longer with us. Still listen to his music.